Well, I was talking about it on the last run, so I'm just going to play as CAIN on this run. Welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. I mentioned, hey, it sucks that we never get freaking CAIN. He's one of the most, beloved characters in the game, one of the most fun characters in the game. Sure, probably a little bit more powerful than average, but at the same time, we've had a lot of Samson, a lot of Maggie, a lot of Eve runs lately, the occasional Judas run. Don't F with me, man. Come on. Hey, there we go. It'd be nice to have a run with a character who's actually, like, half-decent, and for whom, the D6, or the lack of D6, I should say, is a problem, but not a death sentence, because, there's enough caniness on his own merits to kind of survive. So I'm excited to see how this run works out. The last run was really, really fun, actually, as Isaac. A good example of using our D6 properly, I'd say. We ended up taking so many deal with the devil items, but not the usual suspects, necessarily. No mom's knife, no brimstone. But we took so many deal with the devil items that the game just decided there's no more left. Oh, that judgment is so potentially good for the future. But yeah, decided, hey, there's no more deal with the devil items, so do you want to pay 1 heart for mom's bra? And I was like, nah, I'll just re-roll it instead. So I ended up paying 3 hearts. No way, I ended up paying 1 heart for Mr. Mega, which is fine. We're gonna get a cube of meat on our very first floor here, and as CAIN, this will lead to a very well-rounded first floor. Poison touch, nothing spectacular. But, potentially a very useful kind of addition to our run late in the game. Cube of meat, nothing spectacular, but potentially a very useful addition to our run, even more so than late in the game. And now when we get hit, we can run into enemies and do, like, a staggering amount of damage. But this is going to be a pretty basic first floor. The real coup is the fact that we did pick up this Spirit Heart back here, as long as I didn't forget it. The Spirit Heart will give us, like, probably an 85% chance of being able to get the deal with the devil conditions fulfilled. Bob's your uncle, who knows what happens after that. And we're on the basement, which is even easier. So I am going to not go to the shop, even if we get our money, because I'd rather have a better chance at actually getting this judgment to pay out with a, like, third, potentially, deal with the devil item. So I'm hoping that we can find the secret room. I'm hoping that our item room just contains something half decent here right off the bat as well. The bean is not so terrible, and you know what? This is the most recent update on Steam for The Binding of Isaac, which means that this might actually recharge on a room-to-room basis. I've never played the newest edition of Wrath of the Lamb on Steam since I started using Spider Mod, so this is news to me. At the very least, we know we can use this once every room, bare minimum. So we might as well try it. It does not appear to recharge. Was I misinformed at some point? That would not surprise me. Let's just be honest about it. Got 4 of them here with the bean. I think the bean's a little underrated. Not truly amazing. Oh, that's so good. Not truly amazing, but not that bad either, as long as you don't have anything else replacing it. Being able to deal poison damage to multiple enemies once per room is really nice, assuming there are multiple enemies. It's a little bit of a damage bonus. The only thing that's really, truly scary about it is the fact that you have to get pretty darn close to actually make it work in the first place. But assuming you can make that happen, 2 of hearts not super crazy good for us. Assuming you can make that happen, it's big. So this is our boss room. I'm not going to fight the boss yet because we don't have the D6, so there's no rush. I want to see if we can maybe suss out our secret room and get some more money in the process first. Yeah, I think that's the right way to handle it. We'll come up here. More fires are fine by me. This treasure chest is a big one, though. Oh, so good. That probably puts us in, like, 2/3 chance, especially that, 2/3 chance to get a payout from our judgment if we do indeed get a deal with the devil, and it's not a demon judgment. If it's a demon judgment, well, we got problems. There's not much we can do about it. We have that 2 of hearts card, but we can't take that and the judgment card in at the same time, so we're kind of sunk from that perspective. That is indeed our secret room, and it contains a little bit of money. So I'm not really tempted to go to the shop anyway, unless we get 1 more penny. Which is pretty unlikely at this point, I'd say. So let's just fight our boss. It should be relatively easy, and we should have a better chance of getting a payout that's maybe a little bit more immediately useful for us than this cube of meat. Throw the judgment card in on that deal with the devil and see how things work out. Okay, pretty good. I will accept that bean usage right there. We actually killed one Larry Jr. outright. The other one, very, very wounded. This guy's moving a little erratically. It's a little frightening. If you could just back the F up, please, then we won't have a problem here. If only we got it recharging room to room, that would be so good. Don't come here. You're not welcome here anymore. I've decided that this is a no Larry zone. Poop freaking regenerates. You should be deceased 100 times by now. There we go. We got a speed upgrade. Ew. And some decent deals with the devil, but let's see what this judgment pays out with first. Okay, so we will go for the guppy items here because we've got 2 of them right away. But we'll keep the bean. And now we're only 1 item away from actually becoming guppy. We're gonna open up our shop, no question about it, because we could buy maybe a key or something. Obviously, we're in a very weird position from a health standpoint, but apart from that, still pretty good. And also, we got Guppy's Tail when we have 99 keys, which is a wonderful position to be in. I was hoping maybe we'd find a Spirit Heart, but I'm not going to buy a key. What am I talking about? I'm not going to buy a bomb either. I don't even care about Book of Revelations. Let's just leave. Good first 2 floors here, I should say. Very close to the dream of becoming Guppy. But we're not quite there yet. But 99 keys is sweet. Hopefully we're able to open a staggering amount of golden chests. But it is going to require us to not die. Which is never, you know, it's not what you want to hear, right? But we are low on HP. You know, better to be realistic than stick our head in the sand on this one, I'd say. We're going to need to get HP. Now, with CAIN, what's the best way to get HP? I'd say pills, man. If we can get pills. It's not guaranteed that there'll be a health upgrade in our rotation, but there's a fairly good chance, better than average chance that there would be. And if there is, well, we can replicate it many, many times over, right? We're also, like, not any stronger on this run than we started with, basically. Okay, here's a good pill. I was afraid of that. I was very much afraid of that. But hey, you know, 98 bombs is good. I wish that maybe we'd waited another room before that happened, but, you know, now we can get to second secret rooms and all that jazz. Like, maybe there's one right here. There isn't. Maybe there's a secret room right here. There is. There is a secret room right here. And with 96 bombs, we're obviously just going to dump one right there. And that gives us enough money to make the shop worthwhile if somehow we get a key and actually manage to get inside of it. Robo Baby, an acceptable item, but not worth the fervor of getting it. Half of a red heart. Not so good. So we're in a bit of a weird position now. The whole Guppy's Tail thing is not fantastic, but kind of like my ideal outcome now is a shop. Well, let's assume we can get to the shop first, but a shop where we can get Mom's coin purse, get a couple of good pills, and there's a bombs or key pill in it as well. Because I would, you know, as awesome as it is to have 94 bombs, it's better than having, you know, not a lot of either consumable. With Guppy's Tail, I'd much, much, much rather have, you know, 94 keys. But it is what it is. And if we ended up getting Pyro instead of Skeleton Key, effectively, it's not that big of a concern. But it's going to be a lot less helpful from, like, an HP perspective. Anyway, at least we were able to access our item room, even if it did kind of suck. Closing in on that Guppy situation, yeah, there's another... You know what? Tell you what we'll do here. Just in case we get a bombs or key, let's set up the bridge so that we can get back here in the future. It's not like we're wasting a lot of bombs in the process there. Those guys are going to explode, yeah, any second now. Might end up being a waste of bombs, but whatever. We have 93 of them. That's not really that much of a problem for me right now. And if you could at least give me like a single key drop on the run now, that would be amazing. Okay, now this you're just rubbing it in now. Or Flat Penny. If you give me Flat Penny, I would be stoked with a capital S. Dropped a capital S in the toilet this morning. One key. One key. Spirit Heart's pretty nice, but it's not really what I was asking for. Alright, what do I want here then? Well, you know, I think it's relatively obvious that what I would want here... Nah, that's bad. Peep can't jump over rocks. This is what I always forget. What I would want here is like the crate. Just give me the crate, because if we get one key and get into our shop, we can turn this whole nightmare around. Not to mention, from the crate, there would be a chance to, oh, careful there. From the crate, there would be a chance to pick up, just the bombs or key pill by itself. The other thing, you know, we've got a lot of complicated kind of multi-axis kind of issues going on here. The other thing is that it would be sweet as heck to just get a deal with the devil and get like 9 lives here. Any guppy item, yes, but 9 lives in particular because of the whole, you know, we'll have no HP thing, probably. And we got a range upgrade. Oh, baby. Yeah, don't kill me. Thank you, we're still alive, that's sweet. And you know what, as good as the beam has been, we're gonna kill ourselves and take the nail. Now, the nail allows us to break rocks. Is there anything we can do with breaking rocks here? Oh, come on. Oh, I hate you. We are leaving so many good golden, well, potentially good golden chests behind, but I can't be mad because we became guppy anyway, right? What's my problem? Now we're sorted from a damage perspective to a certain extent, but we are still going to be looking out for any way to get our keys back. But we're almost in like a 1 run already. And it's all because of that judgment situation super early. If I had rerolls, I might have rerolled those guppy items, but instead I quintupled down on it and it ended up working out very nicely for us. Oh, it's bombs or key. Oh, yes. Okay. All is forgiven. Now let's get as much as we can to augment our nail. And I know that there's already going to be people out there turning it off. Oh, he became guppy. He became guppy. I'm sorry, but I had to stay true to myself on that one. I don't want to set up some kind of like false drama. It wasn't like I was in a terrible position before I became guppy. It could have become terrible given time, but we were in a pretty good spot there regardless. There's an arcade on this floor. There's a boss room. Surprise, surprise. There's a curse room. We got the compass already, which is very nice for me. Now what do I want? Anything that stacks up our damage, big boy. I've already committed to scumming it up on this run, so we might as well just be honest and say that, you know, if Mom's knife shows up, oh, I will take that. But we probably won't have a deal with the devil here anyway, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Ideally, though, what I just want is golden chests. I want to get the maximum possible usage out of Guppy's... Oh, that's good. Out of Guppy's tail, because oftentimes we find ourselves in situations where that doesn't happen. And we're very early on this run, and we have a skeleton key, so it's pretty much like the best of all possible worlds. Great room for me here, because I was able to get that tinted rock without even having a bomb, thanks to the nail just being, like, perfectly timed. And we're killing enemies super, super quickly right now. So we're not in danger in the near future at all. We're going to have to keep a close eye on things, make sure we don't get a little too cocky. The hubris is my #1 enemy during a run like this. But I'm having a good time right meow. I'm not going to do that. You know, I respect that... oh, sorry. Not today. I respect that a lot of people really like the films, you know, from Broken Lizard. They really like Super Troopers, Beer Fest, etc., etc. I don't really get it. But it's weird to me. I don't know if it's just because, you know, my generation, not to quote The Who or Limp Bizkit, I think it's, you know, my generation is sort of coming to the point where they're influencers, you know? It wasn't that long ago that I was a teenager or a child, but at the same time... Ooh, okay. Bombs are nice. At the same time, you know, I haven't been an adult for that long either, so we're just kind of coming to the point where, you know, people who were born around the time that I was born are starting to have influence in society to a small degree. Not to a large degree, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, just to a small degree. But I always say, if I'm browsing like Reddit movies or something like that, I'm like, all the movies that people were fans of when I was 16 are like the most important news stories on our movies all the time. They're making Super Troopers 2 for the 100th time, that rumor. I'm like, really? I didn't realize that those movies had such diehard fandoms. Or maybe they are just beloved, and I'm an idiot. I saw The Slammin' Salmon. Michael Clark Duncan, God rest him. I thought that movie was straight up trash, but there's that great line when Michael Clark Duncan meets the dude's kids and their triplets, and he says, "What the fuck did you do? Fuck a Xerox machine?" And I was like, that's pretty clever. Anyway, that's Broken Lizard. They seem like fun guys, at least. Beer Fest it's funny for what it is, I suppose. Nothing else really tickled my fancy that much. It's the same thing with, like, some people, I should say, not all people, but some people are getting hyped for, you know, Dumb and Dumber 2. Second Dumb and Dumber, well, the third, technically, I guess, Dumb and Dumber film. And they're like, well, the Farrelly brothers are coming back to do it. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, they haven't made a good movie in, like, 15 years. And, like, doesn't matter. Like, the original talent's there. What could go wrong? Like, you could just watch, like, I mean, okay, let's put it this way. Best case scenario, Dumb and Dumber 2 turns out to be good. I'm not gonna say that's impossible. There's a chance, you know, there's always a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. I'm a big fan of Dumb and Dumber, by the way, the first one. Dumb and Dumberer, a little less so, but that's okay. But people are always like, we want a sequel, and you're like, okay, but, like, why? I don't know, the movie kind of stands on its own, I guess. If you want the same jokes, why don't you just watch the same movie? If you want new jokes, why don't you just watch a new movie? I don't get it. I think I'm starting to realize that these comments are not articulating themselves properly, and I feel like I'm just coming across as kind of like, people are like, what do you mean, why do you want a new movie? Have you never wanted a sequel before? Yeah, of course I've wanted sequels before, but they've kind of, you know, been sequels that kind of built on the original to some extent. Like, you know, there's never been like, I don't know, like, I'm really into... Let me think about this. Like, I never wanted a Hot Fuzz 2, if that makes sense. I thought Hot Fuzz... Oh, that trinket is so good. Hot Fuzz is a great film. Very funny. But do you really need a second one? Not really. You got films in the same vein, Shaun of the Dead and The World's End, that are actually, I think, preferable to sequels because it allows the same kind of archetypes a little bit. They're not always the same characters, but they kind of, you know, play around with different situations. Like, instead of seeing a Dumb and Dumber 2, I would love to see, like, an original non-sequel that had Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey and it was directed by the Farrelly brothers. I think that would be a little bit less, like, it would be freed a little bit from expectations, could be a little fresher as well. I'm pretty confident, and this is maybe my cynicism showing, but I'm pretty confident that Dumb and Dumber 2 is just going to be a lot of, remember that from the first movie? And I worry that it's, you know, not necessarily to say that a bad sequel takes away from the original films. That's another Bombs or Keep Hill, hilariously enough. Not, like, nothing can ever take away from the original films, but we're not going to take those. At the same time, you know, it's kind of just like fan service, right? Fan service for stuff like that rubs me the wrong way. And there are things that I'm fans of, or I am a fan of. But it's kind of like I've said this about The Expendables as well. It's a movie that is better in concept than in actual execution. And I love, you know, cheesy action movies. I think The Expendables is just not cheesy enough. And that's where people are always like, oh, you think you're too snobby for The Expendables. Dude, They Live, Big Trouble in Little China, you know, Crank. Like, these are some of my favorite action movies of all time. I don't take myself too seriously to enjoy silly action movies. I think The Expendables takes itself a little too seriously. Like, yeah, okay, you got Terry Crews fighting Stone Cold Steve Austin. But that's just like, why is that silly? Because it's Terry Crews fighting Stone Cold Steve Austin? Okay, sure. But wouldn't it be sweet if, like, I don't know, they were in space or something like that? Like, why not just take it to the next level? You've already got this absurd cast. Don't just make it a by-the-numbers, slightly over-the-top action movie. Like, go balls deep on it. You got the money. People will still come see it, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's my rants. Keep in mind, I'm not a film critic. These are just my opinions. If nothing else, just don't respond to my opinion. This is the most dismissive thing of all time. Don't respond to my opinion with, oh yeah, well what movies do you like then, mister? You gotta, you know, this is one thing I wish parts of the internet would learn, is that different people like different things, and there is no objective truth. There is nothing, well, like for this anyway, there's no objective truth. There's nothing that says Super Troopers is a good movie. There's nothing that says Super Troopers is a bad movie. Like, there's not gonna be an afterlife where you're gonna take like a 1,000-page questionnaire and you're gonna be like, well, you thought Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze was bad, but you were wrong, it's actually good. That's never gonna happen. So people are always gonna have different opinions, and nobody's necessarily more right than anybody else, even though, you know, kind of our school system and the way we handle media and stuff like that treats every issue as if there's a right and a wrong, no matter how legitimate. And whoever wins the argument is the one that's right, which is just nonsense in reality. But anyway, so what I hate is when I say, like, oh, I don't really like this movie, and then someone goes, oh yeah? well, tell me, what's your favorite movie of all time, mister? Because I'm going to tell you why that movie's bad. And you're like, dude, just relax, man. Come here, it's going to be all right, buddy. Different people can have different tastes. Nick fucking loves Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy is a shitty movie. That's not me saying Grandma's Boy is objectively bad. That's me saying I think Grandma's Boy is god-awful. Many people out there are probably nodding their head. Many people probably disagreeing. Either one of those is fine. I'm really surprised we found the secret room so quickly there. Again, we can get along either way on this issue, no matter if you agree or disagree with me. I'm still good friends with Nick. When Nick says, you know, I don't know, there's never really been a situation that I can remember where Nick was like, yeah, tell me a movie that you like, and blah, blah, blah. But if he did, I'd just be like, oh, it's okay. I'll watch Grandma's Boy with you. I don't really like it, but we can watch it. And vice versa, you know, don't let me do that either, because I'm guilty of a lot of the things that I say that I hate. When I say, oh, I hate when that happens. You know, if I say like, oh, you know, I don't like, or I'm a big fan of MLB 14 the show, and then someone's like, yeah, I don't like that, and you're like, well, okay, what games do you like? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I have to keep shoehorning MLB 14 the show into things. It's a good game though, man. If I don't even enjoy baseball, but it's got kind of like a cool RPG thing going, I'm not going to harp on it too much. I'm already in nonsense land with respect to my commentary here. So we're on Necropolis. Poison Touch, Unicorn Horn. Made pretty short work of Super Wrath there. This is a one-run. We might as well just get that out of the way. We have Map, Compass, Guppy, lots of HP, the Nail. We don't have, like, Nun's Habit or anything, which is the only real sore spot here. And our damage could be better, but is trucking along pretty nicely. Like, this is as close to the definition of a one-run as you can pretty much get. And I'm amazed at the quality of items that we got, despite not having any rerolls. But I guess, part of that has been golden chests, a smallish part, but a part nonetheless. Come on, just F off. Ooh, that was not so good, but I didn't take damage. Did we take rage, or did I just have like some kind of extra damage for no reason there? It is worth noting that this floor might actually make us weaker as opposed to stronger. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I say that because we're going to end up losing the cancer trinket. So I'm getting used to this incredible rate of fire. We are going to lose it very, very shortly. That's okay. I think we'll be able to survive just fine. I'm not trying to play up, again, any false drama here. I think that we will be very comfortable in spite of not having that trinket. But I could be wrong. We'll see. So the pills are pretty sweet, except when they give me bombs or key for like the 5th time this run. I would consider taking them with me if I had maybe like a Nun's Habit or something like that, but the Nail is just, it's too good, man. It guarantees the win. Oh, you know why I had, yeah, I'm an idiot. Why did I have extra damage for that one room? I don't have rage, I used the Nail. It's nice when you can forget about things like that, because it means that your run's going pretty well. When you can forget that you use the Nail bonus because you're already doing incredible damage. That's quite nice. Just Isaac things. Can I just say, like, I'm not trying to be a hipster here. Because I don't know what a hipster means anymore. It's just an insult you apply to someone who doesn't like something that you like, right? As long as it has any kind of pretension to it whatsoever. Like, for example, are you a hipster for using Instagram? Or are you a hipster for not using Instagram? I could see it both ways. Oh, you take pictures of your food with a filter? What a hipster. Oh, you don't like using this popular service? What a hipster, alright? So here's it. There's no hipster pretension here. I just don't use Instagram because I don't take pictures. Everything I take a picture of is my cat. I barely even take pictures of food. Like, and by barely, I mean like once a year. I'm like, oh, this is some good shit. Like, this picture means something. But I kind of don't get, what's the filter part of Instagram? Can someone explain it to me? And and this is a case where an adult, young adult, is reaching out an olive branch. Like, hello, fellow teenagers. I'm reaching out an olive branch and I'm saying, explain it to me. Same thing with Snapchat. Because for me, telephone call, the jump, I don't know what you call it a jump. But jumping from telephone calls is the standard mode of conversation, electronically, to email and texting made the most sense of all time. A phone call, you know, you get mired in all sorts of, you know, banal minutia. How's your day? Pretty good. How's your day? Pretty good, right? I don't have time for that stuff always. Sometimes it's nice to hear another human's voice, but for the most part, I prefer text that's just like, get milk. You know, be here at 8. I can do that, right? Same with emails. Gets it done in an expedited fashion. Sending a picture message with a text attached to it takes forever. Like, for me, maybe it's because I'm internet elderly. But to take a picture on my phone and then send it to somebody, I might as well be writing them a handwritten letter with like a calligraphy pen or something like that for the amount of time it takes me. In the internet age, it's like at a snail's pace, right? But I know that there's this thread on Reddit months ago, and it was like, kids of Reddit or teenagers of Reddit, what's quote-unquote cool? And they're like, Snapchat. Everybody's into fucking Snapchat. Alright. I mean, okay, apart from the obvious thing that it allows you to send, like, you know, this nude will self-destruct in 5 seconds type stuff. What? I don't get it. Explain it to me. I know this is not like I'm right, and then when you come through with an argument, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot down your argument and be like, no, I'm right. No, this is like genuinely, I want to know. Because I didn't get Twitter for a long time too, and now I'm in love with Twitter. I was like, why would I ever want 140 characters to... I'll take 2 of hearts with me. Why would I ever only want 140 characters? That's stupid. You can't say anything in 140 characters. And then, you know, if you're wondering, by the way, if you're in that same boat and you're like, why would I ever use Twitter? It's because it's easy to read, pretty much. And, you know, do you want to spend your whole day reading blog posts? I mean, you could. That would, if that's something that you want to do, by all means do it. And I'm not meaning that facetiously either. I encourage you to do so because you'll get a greater depth of thought. But on Twitter, it's like rapid-fire thoughts from some of your favorite people you respect, you know, friends that you communicate with online, etc., all in a public forum. That's why Twitter is sweet. Plus, it allows you to come up with like 140 character dumb jokes, which I think is cool. And so there was a conversion moment for me with that. Maybe the same thing is true of like Instagram and Snapchat. Like for me, why would I use Instagram is my thinking when I could just tweet a picture that I took on my phone like instantly. Is it a filter thing? I don't know. So what I need to do is, first off, I need to get 36 million subscribers, get that PewDiePie money, so I can hire, and this sounds wrong until I finish it, but I can hire like an in-house teenage consultant, because what I worry about, and this is a genuine worry couched in a little bit of humorousness here, I worry that as I get older, you know, nobody knows how this whole YouTube thing's gonna shake out. My main demographics right now are like 13 to 25-year-old. That's a big demographic, but, you know, I'm starting to push out of that, right? What if when I become 28, like 15-year-olds, I'm saying shit that 15-year-olds can't relate to at all, and you're probably saying, you know, we already don't relate to it because you're doing these Limp Bizkit references. Limp Bizkit is what my dad listened to. Anyway, so I need to hire like a rotating cast of 13 to 17-year-olds, and then maybe once a month, they're gonna be like cool scouts for me. And I'm going to come to them once a month and I'm going to say, all right, help me keep up with the stuff because I want to get that, you know, Markiplier money. And tell me what's cool. And they'll say, okay, this month, Nick Jonas is cool. I'm dating myself already with that, which is funny. But I'll say, all right, I'm going to read up and I'm going to get someone, Jimmy Olsen, write me a joke about Nick Jonas that I can use in an Isaac episode. Isaac episode 11,312. And you'll be like, got it, boss. And then people will be like, wow, how does this Northernlion guy stay so current? That's what I need. Please do not send me your job applications. By the time I read them, you will already be out of my target age range for this particular assignment. I'm not going to keep them on file. I think it is a great idea. It's probably the best idea that mankind has ever had. So, I'm excited about it. Look forward to that happening never. Look forward to this run ending. I mean, not look forward to it, but this run's going to be ending pretty soon. And you can always judge, like, the quality of a run by its tangents. And, you know, the amount of tangents that you do is directly proportional to the strength of the run. We're exceptionally strong, and we have been for a lot of this run, which is why, you know, we're getting very, very tangential. Golden chests haven't worked out as well as I would have thought, but hey, it's alright. Poison Touch, we'll try to remember to use that when effective, but let's be honest, this one is pretty much already over. I'm not even going to use the Devil card now, we'll wait and use it against Blue Baby. Did you know that Devil card is Dracula backwards? Ha ha ha. We don't even have our nail charge built up here. I really should have gone to the mob trap room, or at least one more room before coming in here, because we're going to lose a lot of HP that we don't need to lose. Yeah, like I'm hemorrhaging HP that is not something that needs to be hemorrhaged. I could have used the Devil card or the nail card here, but I guess we'll try to frame it so that we have both ready for the Blue Baby fight, and then that's still, you know, appropriate. And we have more than enough keys to open those golden chests on the chest, no question about that. Still Spirit Hearts off the screen, so we're totally fine. And we can see exactly where to go, which is always nice. Attack Fly, 10 bombs, Mom's Knife, Quad Shot. So we're not going to take Quad Shot, but we will absolutely take Mom's Knife. And if this run wasn't over, if you don't know, now you know. Yeah, we might as well use nail here. So between Mom's Knife, Guppy, and the nail, and the devil card, I'm pretty confident that this one's going to be over relatively quickly. I'm not 100% confident, by the way, that not taking quad shot is the right thing to do. But it's kind of like my relationship with quad shot, Polyphemus, and Brimstone, quad shot, Mom's Knife, and Brimstone, is kind of like most people's relationship with food poisoning. It's not always 100% easy to determine what gave you food poisoning, but you can come up with an approximate guess, right? It's rarely is it going to be that sandwich you ate yesterday with the fresh ingredients. It's going to be, you know, the taco you made from the ground beef you left in the pan in the fat overnight, right? So even though you can't be 100% sure that it was the tacos, if somebody the next day says, hey, you want some more tacos, you're probably going to say no, because I'd rather not shit my stomach out through my asshole. And that's kind of how I feel about quad shot, which is like, it's fine, but at the same time, why risk it? That was a surprisingly elegant metaphor. And this is over. Like, this run is already done. This has been an incredibly fast one. We got everything on this one. People are going to be mad for a variety of different reasons. But that's okay, because I've got a big smile on my face as we come to the end here. Spirit Heart still off the screen. We got CAIN's eye, apparently. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.